Jason Fisk, he was a freshman, I believe. And someone told me he was interested in drama, and I wanted to change that after looking at him and knew he could be a good football player.
I just remember the one game when he had 2 fumble recoveries, and it was just, and he said it wasn't his top night, so it was kind of, we just laughed around. Again, that's when he was playing varsity, and we were all a bunch of little 9th graders, looked down upon by everyone else. So from then, I think, even starting back when he first started, you knew he was going to be special.
He was the most dominating football player that I have ever coached in my 30 years at Davis High School.
Jason was a very steady person. Whatever you went over in practice that week, that's what he was going to do. He was going to do it to his best ability, and fortunately his best ability was excellent.
He would do anything you asked, what the coaches would ask. No questions asked. He was a great teammate. He was very supportive. Kind of what you would want as your leader.
Jason and Tony expressed to me early on that they would love to go to Stanford. So we were in close touch with the Stanford coaches, and we kind of set up an early deal, and they made an early commitment to Stanford, and it all worked out perfectly.
For the last 4 years, there's been one player who has been remarkably consistent for the Cardinal football team. He's a great big guy, and he plays right in the middle. He's a wonderful player, and he's a great young man. Last year in the Pac-10, he was all academic first team. You know him probably as number 72. Maybe you don't know that against the Sun Devils, he will be starting his 31st consecutive game for the Cardinal. Right now, let's take a closer look at the big guy, Jason Fisk.
Jason wanted to go to Stanford, not so much because it was a great football program, but because he knew he could get a great education there. And for him, he enjoyed football and he loved it, but it was a means to an end. It was a way to get to a good school and get a good education. And he's on the phone and he's pointing to me as he's answering these questions. You know, he's mouthing, "I'm going to Minnesota." And I thought it was a joke because we thought the draft had been over for a long time, but he did get drafted in the 7th round, about 12th from the bottom.
Let's look at the Minnesota defense, the front 4, Alexander, Randall, Fisk, and Smith.
That's Jason Fisk. He's coming from right here. Steve Young looked inside and saw him so he could get prepared for that hit.
One of the things that was really part of the Minnesota Viking culture was that Denny Green really impressed upon the guys the importance of community service.
Anybody can be a great football player, and that's all that they do. But giving back to the community, giving of yourself, is something extra.
And if you know Jason, you know he loves fishing, so he found a way to incorporate fishing and being a part of the community. And it was a bass fishing tournament out there in Old Hickory Lake with Triton Boats, and benefited the T.J. Martell Foundation, which is a foundation that raises funds for research for AIDS, leukemia, and cancer. He was the 2001 Titans Man of the Year, and that's for community service. And to be recognized for something other than his football skills really meant a lot to him. He knows that he was lucky. You know, he came from a great high school. He got the opportunity to play at Stanford. Denny Green took a chance on him in Minnesota, and so they have the opportunity to give back. So it's really what he's enjoyed, and it's meant so much to him.
I'm really proud of what he accomplished as a football player at Davis High School. He not only was he a great football player, but he was a good student, an outstanding student, and an outstanding person. And he went on to, of course, we all know, play at Stanford. He got a scholarship at Stanford, and it was an NFL for 12 years. And I just couldn't be more proud of what Jason Fisk accomplished.
Well, he always says that his favorite coach and the coach that he learned the most from was the coaches he had here at Davis High. You know, Dave Whitmire, Bob Johnson, Ralph Villanueva, they really taught him, or he learned from them, the commitment the dedication that it took, and the watching of the film, and the importance of that, and the importance of putting your maximum effort into everything you did.
Jason, congratulations on being inducted into the Davis High School Hall of Fame. You did an outstanding job for us, and I just couldn't be more proud of all of your accomplishments. Good job.
It's a award that's well deserved, not only as a player but as a person that you've developed through the years. You've done an outstanding job, and we're very proud of you.
So I know, Jason, you've often said when you were playing that football was just what you did, it wasn't who you were. And I always wanted to add to that, that it's because of who you are that made you so good at what you do. It's your dedication and your hard work, your commitment, your morals, your ethics, all those things that you do, not just in football, but in everything you do, and being such an amazing father and husband and coach. It's all those things that come together that make you just the amazing person that you are. So congratulations on the Hall of Fame, and I love you.